mine. Okay, so this is the weapon that they're showing here today. We do not know.
Okay, come on
facts we don't know. We don't know if the gun was ever pulled. Was it ever fired? Did officers see this during the course of the struggle as they were taking down?
Come on in, guys. Must talk.
Really critical, important facts that
we are back live.
Right. No one knows anything except what DHS says, and that is that he showed up and confronted agents while armed.
Two sides of a story.
We're going to go live now.
For me, ladies and gentlemen,
the
Insurrection Act has been sort of ready to go.
And the growing
we're at war, folks.
This
is not a joke anymore.
Do we have Mary?
This is serious. Whatever side you're on.
And yeah, hey Karen, I have a little bit of a
what we know as a 37-year-old man was shot and killed by Border Patrol. Now, we heard from Governor Tim Walz. By the way, my internet totally went out. I was getting bombarded by calls. Welcome back in. Thank you for being here once again. We don't know all the details. Border Control says that he had a 9mm. We don't know yet about whether the gun was, we know he had a magazine. We don't know if he actually took shots. But what we do know is Trump is not happy. And we do know what's going on right now. Tim Walz has spoken very upset. We and Mayor Jacob Fried. What we're hearing is pretty much Minneapolis is not backing down. They feel they've been intruded in. They feel that they can handle the situation. They feel that there's no illegals, aliens there, and this is not the way to go. Ilhan Omar has come out publicly now and spoken up and saying enough's enough. They're calling for Trump's impeachment, J.D. Vance's impeachment. We're at war. We're at war. We're at war. Leave your comments. This is nuts. But I can tell you this. Excuse me, guys. Smoking a cigar. Here on here. This is out of control. Donald Trump will be coming and making a statement. He's already publicly said, Insurrection Act. We will take control. We will take control because you obviously don't have control. You don't. Our federal agents are out there trying to survive and protect the citizens of Minneapolis, and we're getting threatened. Now, whether that 9mm handgun was actually discharged or not, I don't know. They don't know. But in my opinion, something had to happen for this man to be unalive and taken out. Once again, chaos is 100 times worse than we've seen earlier. More people are out there.
You get the sense, Mary, that people are still coming to the scene?
Yeah, people are coming to the scene as we speak right now. Look at this. Look at this.
Kind of navigate a couple of blocks because it was parking around here, and we saw people streaming in. We parked kind of over by the Minneapolis Institute of Art, and there were groups of people walking in. So
more people. See, here's the problem, folks. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
You know, we got the upside down flags that we're showing right now. I saw somebody.
By the way, these flags are upside down. What the hell happened? You know what? I must calm down.
Yep, we got a lot
I must
of
calm
water
down.
bottles. Like I said, first aid kits, signs. They seem ready for tear gas, even though a lot of that has dissipated. A lot of people wearing goggles, a lot of people wearing respirators. I've seen as well. And of course, it is very cold out.
This is the local news
Right, and you said that
in Minneapolis right now.
dealing with
False flag. Hey, welcome in, Ozzy. Welcome in. I tell you what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn the camera around, and we're just gonna talk here. I gotta say, I'm very disappointed of being an American right now. I'm very upset. I cannot believe it come to this. This is not the way to go. Let law enforcement do their job. It's upsetting to me. First of all, I don't want to see anybody. Let me just say this. Lose their lives unless they're threatened. We are threatened. Meaning they come into our homes. This here is federal streets. They are not just taking down people from being rioters, agitators, protests, whatever you want to call them. They're not doing that. They want to take out more illegals. There's been 10,000 illegal aliens, I'm going to say it, who left on their own. There's been many arrests. Let me give you the number for those who are new. There's been 100,000 arrests. Or 10,000 arrests. I beg your pardon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at war, and I didn't think there was going to come to this, but we are now at a civil war. It's there. It's a civil war. Let's just say what it's mean. And what we're witnessing on this Saturday is, again, a 37-year-old male in Minneapolis was shot and killed by Border Patrol. We're hearing two sides of a story. And what Governor Tim Walz should be doing, you know it, I know it, I sound like a broken record, is this. And this only. I'm your leader, I am your governor, whether you like it or not. I recommend everybody off the street now. You don't have to support the president, but we will support the Constitution of America and let law enforcement and Border Control do their job. But instead, he is still saying, come out and speak and engage these kind of actions. Now, I normally don't do this, guys, but it's my, I'm trying to give you guys this updated coverage. So I am going to have a little something to eat. This is going nuts. Until, and Trump, for those who are coming in, Donald Trump is what we'll be using. I think he's been using the word Insurrection Act. I don't think he wanted to do that. I don't think Trump wanted to go as far as taking over Minneapolis. A lot of people already have your decision made up on Donald Trump, and that's fine. I'm not here to change it. But actually, my friends, it's come to this. It's come to where he's got to take control because the police department are not going to take control. The ICE agents have to fear for their lives. They don't talk about the ICE agents that are getting shot at and shovels at them and this, that, whatever. And they're making like this was a man who had a concealed weapon, right? Who was just walking down the streets. By the way, it's illegal. And was just laughing, having a cup of coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, he did something wrong. He approached the ICE agents and threatened them with the 9mm. We don't know if he discharged it or not. And that's where we're at. And the government and the mayor and Ilhan Omar to this day are still not coming out publicly and saying, stop it, go home. They are the agitators, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump has sat back and did everything he possibly could not to use the Insurrection Act. Insurrection Act, we need to take over. This is not going to end up very good. You're going to have more people lose their lives, more innocent bystanders, whatever. You're going to have more Border Control lose their life. One second. So what we have now, if you're just bringing everybody up to date, maybe you didn't know yet, this is not a repeat. This is an ongoing. Right now, they called an investigation. Tim Walz, Governor Tim Walz, Mayor Fried, who spoke earlier, Tim Walz, who spoke now, he's called the chief of staff of President Trump and Kristi Noem. He's reaching out to President Trump. He wants to have, what I'm hearing, a conversation and how to end this. Well, there's only one way to end this. And that one way is for Donald Trump to take control and have the Insurrection Act. Unfortunately, for me, I don't see any other resolution on how to end this. I apologize, but I was very hungry. Wife was just bringing me something to eat. I normally don't eat in front of the camera. I don't like it. But, I wanted to show this. It's just aggravating. The streets of Minnesota are filling up rapidly. You're going to have more people come, probably with weapons and concealed weapons. And unfortunately, it's going to get out of control. I said this last week, and many other YouTubers and journalists have said this. What did we say? It's going to be more people losing their lives. And for what? For what? The bottom line are these are people. Here's the whole thing. These are illegal aliens on American soil. Not only illegal aliens, bad guys. Bad guys that are here, that are, rapists and murderers, and they try to turn it around with the 5-year-old boy. We heard that. It's not true. They actually gave that little boy some food. They were arresting the father. The mother rushed in. The mother didn't even care about the little boy. The federal agents did what they could, gave him some food, this, that, whatever. They keep turning it and turning around. And now where we're at, we're pretty much at a civil war. And we don't want this. It's not the way to go. And you can see now they're showing the flowers where the man was pronounced deceased a little over an hour and a half to 2 hours ago. Trump has got military, National Guards ready to go to Minneapolis. And you have a mayor who spoke earlier today. We have a governor who just spoke minutes ago, and both of them are on the same page. They're just using the words where go ahead and continue. I mean, think about that. Think about what I just said. Instead of a man, we had Renee Good and now another person. If they cared and had hearts of a person losing their life, wouldn't they come out and say, we do not have to be on page with President Trump, but we will obey and remove from the streets now? Now. What's so hard about that? What is so hard about that? And Donald Trump has come out publicly now about 10 minutes ago and said Insurrection Act is on the table, as well as it's a distraction because of Tim Walz's allegations with fraud. Do you guys understand? He's publicly come out and said he was aware of fraud, that he is enjoying this, Tim Walz, because why? It's a total distraction so he can get his priorities set, his attorney set. He's already said he's not going to run for governor, so he could keep himself out of jail, prison, and go on maybe and run for governor again. For me, this guy's a piece of shit, along with the mayor. Can you hold the camera up and show some of this so I can eat? Thank you. Hold on.
So,
Maribel, take care of the camera here real quick.
President Trump. This is a moment to act
Just hold that
like
way.
a leader. Put Minneapolis, put America first in this moment. Let's achieve peace. Let's end this operation, and I'm telling you, our city will come back. Safety will be restored. We're asking for you to take action now to remove these federal agents. Director Sayer.
My name is Rachel Sayer, and I am the Director of the Emergency Management Department for the City of Minneapolis. I took this job to keep us safe because I live here, and this is my community. We are doing everything we can to mitigate the impacts of this terrible situation. The city's Emergency Operations Center continues to be activated throughout the surge in federal agents over the last few weeks. We are tracking impacts and coordinating the city's response to this situation, which is having profound repercussions in our community. I can't underscore enough how much Operation Metro Surge is impacting our city. Families with loved ones detained and those who are afraid to be in public lest they become targets need help accessing the most basic necessities like food, housing, and rides to school. Businesses are shuttering and our local economy is severely impacted, which means families are suffering just as we were rounding a corner in our recovery. Many of our Minneapolis residents, my neighbors, my friends, my community members, are ceasing participation in public life, afraid to even go to the doctor. In response, the city enterprise continues to utilize our entire emergency apparatus. That means staff across departments, often around the clock, are putting their regular jobs on hold in order to respond to the impacts of Metro Surge. I want everyone to know there are numerous resources available to community members right now. We have mental health,
This guy look like he no sleep for.
Huh?
He looks so tired that he no sleep. Well, he had to fix the problem. The illegal stuff is going on there. He want to cover all the bad things.
Trump is so mad.
Well, you know, let him the ICE do the job. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my husband. But I think it's right. I like ICE, and I think he's doing a great job. No respect. No respect for the federal agents. This lady looks like she need a haircut. Look at her hair.
In Yemen, Haiti, Syria, Iraq,
And this guy, you cannot get no more money for those child care.
is what I've seen there.
And that's what he made.
A powerful entity violently and intentionally terrorizing people, making kids are forced out of school. This has a lasting generational impact. People can't plan a single day of their lives because they don't know who is around the corner and if their family member or
Uh-oh. Internet. Sal? I think the internet went.
about to be taken away.
Yeah, sorry, the internet's getting bad.
You see both best and the worst. The worst is the
You start
terror
doing
and
circles.
feeling of helplessness. The
Here.
best is will continue,
Yeah, so
continue to
take
be
it.
our
Internet went again.
response.
It goes
The
like a
way we
little
are showing
circle.
up for each other, that is the
Sorry, guys. Had to get something to eat here.
showing up for each other in the absolute worst of times.
Looks like we're having problems with our internet again.
Thank you.
Let me just give me 1 second if I could.
We'll answer questions.
Give me 1 second. Let me try to fix this internet. I think we're okay. We have a high wind alert here in Las Vegas. So the internet's in and
All
out.
right, we're just listening
periodically.
live to the mayor and the police chief. And who was that at the end there?
And then we have Rachel Sayre, she's the director of,
All right, for those who's just coming in, we broke this news here on this live, and it's a sad day, very sad, and all around that we don't want to see anybody losing their lives. But you know, once again, you have a 37-year-old man who used bad judgment. We're hearing both sides. We heard border control, and what they said it was the suspect had a 9mm with magazine, ready to unload and attack many people, many ICE agents, more people. I want everybody to think about this. This person could have went completely nuts and took out 10, 20, 50, 60 ICE agents and other bystanders, whether they're agitators or protesters, whatever you want to call them. Regardless, that's human beings. They had to protect. You don't hear leadership say that. And they should. They should. They should say, hey, more people could have lost their life. No, instead, what they do is they make it like it was an innocent man who had rights for a weapon. He might have had it, who had only parking tickets, but they don't talk about what he could have done. It's unacceptable. If we let this man or Renee Goodman, they both rest in peace, our prayers are with the family. It's not the family's fault. But if we don't do this and take actions to protect America, then we don't have America. Then this will spread, continue, day after day, week after week, year after year. It's like a civil war. I'm saying it. It's a civil war because both sides are not coming together. And I'm sick of it. You can't blame President Trump. You can't blame this flag behind me. He's done other things we got to take care of. This is number one. Taking these illegal aliens, and I'm going to say it. Illegal aliens. What do you call them? They're here. We need to make arrests.
about what happened, and I want to stress that.
And this is live breaking news here, local news outlet here in Minneapolis.
A lot of the clips, what is happening, and we don't know if the ICE agents have body cameras on them, but we have received again two very.
And they're talking about body cameras.
From the federal officials involved.
I don't need to see body cameras. Do you?
You know, it was actually
They have body cam. I don't need to see.
fired a shot.
Listen.
ICE, and I've seen border patrol.
If you're law and order and you're an ICE agent and they did these actions because they were protecting themselves and felt, I don't need to see body cameras. I don't want to see anybody lose their life. I'm not here to say that, but They interfere with their job.
into that grouping when they're
This is unacceptable.
who we now know is
And the governor, for me, guys, I'm telling you right now,
what's happening.
I would press charges on Tim Walz. There's got to be something there where the DOJ should be able to prosecute Tim Walz right now. Not just on the fraud, because we don't, that's still under investigation and it's allegedly. I'm talking about his mouth on his words to continue. If you don't listen to his words, he says to continue these protests, continue to win, continue to win, continue to win, to not let Donald Trump and ICE take control. Well, for me, that's a war crime. I'm not an attorney, not even close, but logical sense, that is war. He's encouraging people to come out. Think. Don't do it. And the mayor too. And Ayan Omar, all three of them should be prosecuted, handcuffed. Ladies and gentlemen, are we living in a twilight zone? Think, are we living in a twilight zone? That's a crime. I don't care if he's Republican. For any governor, after a second shooting, I guess this is the guy right here. Is this him?
The mayor saying he did have a permit to carry.
This is the guy who lost his life.
Or at least a weapon. But that is the man who has now been identified.
This is the man right here. That's the man who made a bad decision.
Alex Pretty, who is deceased after this morning's shooting by Border Patrol there at 26th and Nicollet. And we do have available on Zoom right now Rob Dorr, the president of the Minnesota Gun Owners Law Center, to talk about
that was the man there.
Use of force issues and his assessment.
That was the man.
Of these cases.
I guess he was a male nurse.
Been following. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. This is now the third federal agent involved shooting in Minneapolis as a result.
That was the man.
Operation Metro
Bad
Surge.
judgment.
We had Renee Good January 7th.
Thank you for being here on this Saturday. I know we have some freezing temperatures for the exception maybe of Florida. 40 some states getting effective snow and ice. Very cold in Minneapolis, but things are heating up as we speak. We got our donation coming in. Godzilla, Geo, thank you. My guy, he was only. First of all, thank you for the donation. Thank you for your comment. First Amendment. Then they attempt to detain him. They have no right to do so. They disarmed him and then shot him on the video. First of all, God bless you and your family, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate your comment, and you are entitled to your comment, 100%. But we just don't know all the details. You know, the details, depending on what you're hearing, you know, I will just share this. And I'm not 100% sure. We're just hearing from both sides. But once again, thank you for the donation. If you're on the street and you have a concealed weapon and that's exposed, I'm not saying that's enough to take them out. I'm not saying that. But it's still a federal crime. There had to be, according to the Border Control, he had fully loaded magazine and ready to go. They felt, we don't know if he triggered it, and let's just say for conversation, you're right, and we don't know. I believe there was enough proof they would not just go in and take out somebody, okay, just like Renee Good. Now, a lot of people made their mind up very rapidly on Renee Good, you know, depending on what side of the, you know, you are on, and it's a life taken. That should not happen, but it was a vehicle that she had multiple times. But back to this. I'm sure they gave this man plenty of opportunities to take his 9mm away. Whether it was discharged or not, that's up to you guys to debate. But I can tell you this, as far as the leadership goes, and I'm sure they'll take a close look at the agent, right? I'm sure there's that possibility that he had a happy trigger. I don't know yet, depending. But I could tell you this, what is wrong is the governor to come out and use those words to continue to protest peacefully, not peacefully. In my opinion, it's not peacefully. Not when it's been going on for over about 3 weeks now. And also, the things that are being said. Look, I've said this before. Protest at parks. Protest peacefully at parks. Not on the streets. Not in church. That's a whole nother situation that we got into in our last live a couple days ago. Ranting in the church. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Trump is the president. I'm not saying he's perfect, but he is there to get these ICE agents are there. These ICE agents are black, they're white, they're African-American women, they're Democrats, Republicans. They're doing their job to keep Minneapolis safer. I'm going to read you some numbers one more time. There has been 10,000 arrests in Minnesota alone. That means they're doing their job. And 10% have actually left on their own. 10% of the illegal aliens. So it tells me that the job is being done. Now, we're going to come to the conclusion and figure out the details on this, but all we know now that there was a 37-year-old, I guess he was a male nurse, they said, with a concealed weapon, but he was in a territory, federal streets, he didn't belong. But let's be honest, folks. Does anybody in the chat really think that this man was just there with his gun and laughing? That's bad right there. He should be held in cut. Right. This was a man who threatened. He obvious threatened the ICE agent and the protesters around. These other people that are also agitators could have lost their lives. So they're protecting all. It's common sense, right? Let's be realistic. I'm going to see if I can get some live feed because it's growing and growing here.
Develop quickly, and so I think it's always good for people to.
This is growing and growing and growing, and the crowd. See.
Skepticism, but then also, there are some things. That
okay, before we go to this feed, I have a good feed coming up. After Renee Good lost her life, actually, let's back up. Renee Good would be here right now. She would be here. Yeah, if Tim Walz, after he came out publicly and said he knew about fraud. And he wasn't going to run, if he would have done the right thing and said, hey, no protest, or you can peaceful protest on parks. If he would have said that and then said, hey, we don't have to agree on President Trump, not Trump, President Trump. I'm not here to say vote for him or anybody else, but you will respect the Constitution of Minneapolis and leave. He would be here, and so would this man here. All right, we got a donation. Let me read it real quick here. First of all, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You really think telling these people to continue to protest is a constitutional protest right? It is a war crime. Absolutely. I think you're talking about something you don't. It is a wait a minute. It is a war crime. I think you're talking about something you don't understand, my friend. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're doing safe and being safe, and God bless you and your family. And thank you once again for your donation and your opinion. And you're entitled to your opinion. Listen, it's common sense. I am telling you right now, Renee Good and this man here, they announced his name, this 37-year-old, would be alive today. And I'm telling you right now, I hope I'm wrong. It's going to continue. More people are going to end up losing their life until Donald Trump is talking about the Insurrection Act. Listen, the right thing for Tim Walz to do is to say, stop it. He doesn't have to come out and say support. He don't have to come out and make it politics and say, hey, support Trump. He's the best. No, he needs to take leadership. That's what I'm telling you. There's no reason for these people to be rioted, protesting on the streets. No reason. Whether you're supported or no. This is encouraging a civil war. This is becoming, and saying a war crime. I think you were saying about a war crime when Tim Walz comes out publicly and says we meaning all, we are at war with the government. Well, simply that's just wrong thing to say. And for me, I think he's saying it not because he's angry. I don't even think he cares about this man who lost his life. And I don't think he cares about Renee Good. He cares about saving his ass. Saving his ass because he came out publicly. It's wide open. In fact, my sources tell me, are you ready for this? Let me get the correct name. You ready for this? You're not going to believe this. Oh, you might. There's a woman out there. Her name is Amy Bach. I might be pronouncing wrong. Aimeebock. She was arrested. She was a ringleader and found arrested, not allegedly, 2025 of March for the COVID-19 funding behind child food with Ion Omar. She is behind bars and she is saying this. You ready? She's like a whistleblower. She says, I don't care. I'm not looking to get out early. She probably is. But she says, Tim Walz knew about the fraud allegations. She said he knew. He admitted it. For me, it's a distraction, folks. And the mayor, he's in on it too. When I say he's in on it, I don't know if he's in on the top taking donations, but I will tell you, he's going to do what Tim Walz says. And I want to see arrest. And I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. In this case, they're Democrat. I don't care. Somebody asked me today, I live in Las Vegas. What do you think of our governor? He's Italian. I said, I voted for him. He's Republican. I said, I voted for him. Do you like him? I said, no. You don't like him? What happened? I said, because I think he's doing some... I don't care. I don't care if I vote for him. To take these people and hold them responsible on using the COVID money that was sent for middle-class working people who are entitled to food programs, SNAP benefits, unemployment, PUA, SBA, all these loans. And these people were giving it out to illegals, and the American people weren't getting it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a distraction. That's what Tim Walz is doing. He's saving. He don't care about these people at all. He only cares about himself. I don't think he cares about his family. I really don't. Because if he cared about his family, he'd be doing the right things. Now, my chat just froze up here. Thank you for being here, moderators, Crystal, Mike, Janine. I'm outside right now. I needed a cigar. Welcome in, Ozzy. Hey, Ozzy, real quick. Please be safe. Is it true or is this fake news? They say Alabama's going to get like 2 feet of snow. I know my deepest prayers with anybody. Listen, don't be stressful. Make sure you have food and water, and it'll all pass. But my down south and southeast and northeast, 40-some states affected with this ice storm. Deepest prayers, and hope that everybody is staying warm and watching lives, and hoping for the best in Minneapolis. Hope for the best. I'm looking up. They're just showing they have food and water for the agitators. And more of these agitators, protesters, rioters, whatever you want to call them, it's your choice, are marching in because of the words I just said before. They're not going to say the right words. And once again, if you're a Democrat, I'm not here to change your opinion at all. And if you're Tim Walz, he doesn't have to come out and say, I love you, Trump. I want one of your caps. I agree on everything you're doing. No, he doesn't have to. He just needs to come out and say, put a stop to this. That's all. That's all. Obvious you can't win because Kamala lost. Obvious the people care about common sense. Even those who don't like Donald Trump, I talk to people over and over. I said, what do you think about what's happening before this death? And you know what they say? Well, we don't really like Trump. That's okay. But we're not for open borders, so we voted for him. We're not for illegal aliens coming in. We're not for this. We're not for that. They just disagree on how the terrorists handle. They disagree on Trump's body language. Not me. I'm just saying what they say. I'm being honest. But they say, you know what? We're not going to vote Democrat. I said, why? This because the party lost control. There's no leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, they are running on what? What is the Democrats running on? What are they running on? Nothing. You know what they're running on? This. They're going to be running on, they're going to call it murder. They're going to call it 5-year-old. They're going to call it white supremacists. Meanwhile, ICE agents are black women, Hispanic women, white guys, hillbilly guys, maybe Italian, all types of people. They're going to say all these fake and hope that it gets in the head to people. But you know what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. People are not going to want this. We don't want this. And say it as it is. This is a civil war. But we got to stop it. We got to stop it before. And I'm not saying stop it like we have to have. We need to put a stop to it. And that's why Donald Trump has come out or stated on X. He hasn't come out publicly yet and says we need the Insurrection Act. He is heartbroken today. He is heartbroken. He's sad. He's sad that somebody lost their life. He's also sad that the ICE agents are fear for their lives. And if we have to bring in our own National Guards and take over Minneapolis, then well be it. We have to do it. And I know a lot of these on here are going to say that's not the right thing to do. But what is the right thing to do? Have more people lose their lives? Or, in the chat, yes or no, do you think ICE agents should just leave? I'm just saying. Yes or no? Should ICE agents just pack it up? Get all their... Should ICE agents leave? Would that correct everything? Okay, we got some yeses off the bat. ICE agents should leave. We got some no's. So we got different views. ICE agents should leave, right? Is that what you think? ICE agents should go? And would that help? Let me follow up with another question. So, yes, you want them to leave. Is that going to help? Think about what I mean by saying that. Is that going to help? Is that going to help? We got some no's. Yes, it will help. The short answer is it would not help. It will not help. I'll tell you why. Two reasons why. These agitators would come up, and Tim Walz and Gavin Newsom and Chicago's governor and majority of the Democrats would come up with more bullshit. And by the way, another reason it would not help, you would have more Venezuela, not in this order, Mexico, El Salvadorian, China, Vietnam, other parts of the world that are here in 22 under Biden administration committee, okay? Wasn't run by Biden, but, and they are there, around. They will continue to take out people, to murder people, to rape, and mental institutions, and disrupt. That's what's going to end up happening. We need to put a larger dent into this situation. I want them all gone back to their countries. And those that came here illegal, that are nice people, we need to take those people, send them back, and we need to come up and have them come back through the legal process, just like the Irish and the Italians and my family did. Come here through legal process and do well in America and be hardworking and loved. But this is not the case. These are not pulling out 5-year-olds, fake news CNN. We're not pulling out a father and a mother that are here illegal, that are not this is, they have a list. They have a list of illegal aliens in Minneapolis, in California, in Chicago, and other states that they want to do and take these people out. They're not there to destroy them, but they're going to take charge if they feel threatened to them or their fellow ICE agents or the protesters or rioters or agitators or anybody else that, or cameramen or anybody else is out there. Ladies and gentlemen, this needs to stop, and it needs to stop today. And that's why President Trump has said, hey, we will be taking charge. He's mentioned the word Insurrection Act, and we will bring Minneapolis back so these people can go out, enjoy a slice of pizza. It's cold there, and to enjoy their lives. And so money could be exchanged. Democrats, Republicans, it doesn't matter, can go out and enjoy their life without any threats of these illegal immigrants. Oh, did I forget about Somalians? How did I forget about Somalian community that have been ripping us off? 40%. Federal money. Okay? Now, if you're new, like and subscribe. And I'm going to say this one more time. They taken our taxpayer. It's tax time. It's tax time. right? A lot of us are getting ready to start paying our taxes, file our taxes, even though Trump has got some good tax breaks. Hopefully I don't have to pay as much this year. But my point is this. We're getting ready to pay our hardworking taxes, and we love to support 30% of our tax to people who need Medicaid, SNAP, electric utilities, and all this other stuff and programs that are set up to go to help American people that Trump's not taking away. He's taking away from illegals. Speaking of illegals, we don't want it to go to them. So have I mentioned that yet? You know? But anyhow, meanwhile, these protesters are, here we go. Look at them. They're filling in. More and more are in.
Those are the folks who have the loudspeakers. They are standing on dumpsters and tables and different things that they've acquired from around the area.
And also, Kelly, I know Mary had mentioned that where she was at, she noticed a lot of the businesses that were set to open today were not open. Is that what you're seeing from where you're at?
Did you hear that?
Absolutely. So the only business that I saw open that I've been in is Glam Doll Donuts.
Did
which
you hear
is
that?
The restaurant that happened across
The businesses,
that is across the
small
street from where
business
this all
that want to open up today
happened.
to
They
make
were
money.
open. They were
They could be
letting people
Democrats,
come
they
in.
could be Republicans.
There were customers.
They had to close down
getting
except for the
donuts
donut
at the
shop.
time when this all happened, and those customers
Because
were
of
still
fear
in
of their
the
business.
restaurant at the
Who
time
does that
when I
hurt?
went in, and that was
Residents of
an hour and a half
Minneapolis,
later.
residents
They were
wherever.
processing,
They had to
were
close
talking
their
with folks,
business
they were
down.
talking with lawyers.
What a damn
and
shame.
talking to management and kind of just processing what they had seen. But there also were medics there. I spoke with one woman who was there just to help. She said, "I'm here in case somebody needs something." I had a chance
What is
to talk
that?
with another a man.
What the hell is that
with
there?
A Red Cross mark on
Can
it.
somebody
And
tell
I
me
said,
what
"Are
that
you here
is?"
Just to help." And he said, "We are." And I said, "What have you had to treat anyone today?" And I should say not with the Red Cross, but the sign of that. And he said lots of water and milk in the eyes and nose, and then one broken wrist. That's what he said he has seen. But they were out there helping folks. And a broken wrist, is that someone who fell running from, we don't know. But yes, the only restaurant that I have seen that is open at this point was the donut shop.
Okay.
They kept the donut shop open.
Thank you, our Fox 9 Minneapolis team. They have several reporters out there in Minneapolis. We could see that crowd there after a 37-year-old man was killed in a Border Patrol shooting. And we did hear that reporter saying that the crowd was chanting, saying his name. And we do know that name now. A 37-year-old Alex Pretty, who was an ICU nurse, was killed in this shooting.
Alex Pretty?
I also did just want to share here with
Was that his
you
name, Alex
this
Pretty?
other vantage point that is coming in right now. Federal authorities.
And I'm not
say
being
that
smart on that. I'm just saying, was it Alice?
Who was shot was
Alex
armed.
Pretty?
Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino did not state if the man pulled a gun or where the gun was when he was shot, but the man had a legal permit to carry and is a U.S. citizen that lived in Minneapolis. That's all according to Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara, as we did get that press conference just a bit earlier here this morning. But once again, we do know now that federal Border Patrol agents fatally shot 37-year-old ICU nurse Alex Pretty this morning.
Alex Pretty.
This is the third shooting involving federal agents this year, including that fatal shooting of Renee Good by an ICE agent back.
So you heard him say it, the news. Hey, shout out to the news. Alex Pretty's his name. Alex Pretty. I'm going to find another feed. Not that they're doing a bad job. I want to see if I got a friend that he's got a podcast. I'm going to see if he's on. Alex Pretty. If you're just coming in, joining us, thank you for being here. I'm Sal. Once again, border control shooting. We haven't got all the details. We know he's a 37-year-old white Caucasian citizen, had a carry weapon permit, but was fully loaded. And we haven't heard all the exact details leading to his death. So there's been two now. Depending on how you feel on this, we've been going over and over on my opinions. I'm not saying I have all the right opinions, but I can tell you this, it's common sense that the governor shows leadership, and he needs to show it soon. But in my opinion, he won't, because he's facing huge allegations for fraud, and he's admitted it. So for him, it's the longer this happens, the more it kind of postpones his jail time. And we're going to talk about Lemon, too. All right, I'm going to try to get you a different feed here. See if we can see it. Whoops. Just give me a few seconds. I'm going to try to get a feed here and see if this guy is on. Hey, thank you for being here, guys, and subscribing and liking. Unfortunately, it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. Weather, and also, oh, here we go. What do we got here? What do we have here? Hold on. All right, here we go. All right, so this is CBS Minnesota.
Hear that? That's the sizzle of real marinated chicken on a real Del Taco grill. Right now, you can get
Tim Walz and Commissioner of Public Safety Bob Jacobson, who didn't go into so much detail about the investigation, but did say that, you know, when this agents did.
Give me a second, guys. Welcome in, everybody. God bless you. There you go. Flag's upside down. Flag's upside down. American flag upside down. Wow. There's got to be a couple hundred people here now. Local time 12:49, January 21st, 24th. Excuse me, she says, excuse me. Too cold, she can't hold it. It's too cold. Put some gloves on.
It is so cold out here. Batteries aren't working on the megaphone.
I've got something to say. I like statistics and I like learning about history. And the reality is this is a long time coming. This city has a history of redlining. We see that the color of your skin determines how long and how severe your sentence is. We are still dealing with a long history of colonization, oppression, and we're just seeing the results of that over time. And they're making us fight a culture war so that we do not fight.
We're not making you do anything.
Is around 9% of people, their income since the 1970s has gone up by about 15%, while the top 1%, and excuse me if I'm not 100% correct on this, is around 200%. Over 50 to 70 years. So we've got to stand together.
Share this out, everybody.
We've got to recognize this and fight against this hatred and work on the systems perpetuate this because immigrant lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. There are no illegal human beings on stolen land. Every person is deserving of dignity and respect and access to resources. We need to defund ICE, defund the police, work on de-escalation, social work, instead of just criminalizing the people who are put in that position. Because when you have no resources, do what you...
Do you know your debt number? Does it keep you up at night?
So there you go, that lady
Does it
there,
weigh you down?
voicing her opinion.
And no matter how much you pay,
Very cold there, having trouble holding the microphone. She's so wrong, but again, I don't blame that lady. You know why? She, first of all, they don't know history. History is gone, A. B, they are brainwashed by these agitators, Don Lemon, Antifa, Black Rights. You know, they talk about Black Lives Matter, and they do. But white lives matter, they do. All lives matter. We all know that. This is all common sense. This is just hate, and it's all caused by no leadership as far as Minneapolis goes. Gavin Newsom's another piece of shit. He wants to run for president, has a 0.0%. Until they love America and come up with ways that can work better or better than what they're seeing from Donald Trump. I don't know how they can be better, but at least come up with these ideas. It'll get worse and worse for Democrat. And if you're a Democrat on here, but God bless you, it's over. It's over for a very long time, not forever. And because there's some decent Democrats out there that want to come in and be the president, who want to take Chuck Schumer's job. You'll never hear about a he or she, because why? Because Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the rest of the Democrat cult will not allow it. They will not allow it. If they say one word that they agree with Trump, even if they say we disagree on Trump on a lot of things, but we agree on this, you're not going to hear about them. And they need to bring and find these people out there to work together as Americans. That woman, she don't know history. I think she got on the thing about all lives matter. She talked about a little bit about the economy. The economy's doing great. Unfortunately, these people are going to continue to protest, riot, agitate Minneapolis, even in the minus, I think it's 2 degrees in Minnesota, maybe. And they'll take whatever it is. And they're, in my opinion, they're getting paid. And they're going to continue. They don't really know exactly what's going on. They don't know how many illegals are there. And what they think in their head is this. They think they're there to take black. They think they're taking certain white people, kids. They think they're ready. They're just taking people out of their homes. That's not the case. And they're not even going as far as taking illegals back to other countries, which I think they should. They're there to get the bad people who are having poison, rape, murder, mental institution. The list continues. We have our own here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our own sickness here. This is common sense. And unfortunately, the governor is going to agitate the agitators. And you're going to have more people losing their lives. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But you're going to have more people. And I hope we don't see an ICE agent or ICE agents lose their job, but to get shot and killed because of this. That's why Trump has not come out publicly yet, but is talking behind closed doors about using the Insurrection Act. And for those who don't know what that is, I think it was implemented in 1800s, 1806 or something. And that's just to take control of Minneapolis, not the businesses. They're going to take control so the businesses can do well. Do you see there's only one donut shop open there? Everything else is closed. If you have a business, you think just all Republicans have businesses? No. They're running a business they can't run today. How much money are they losing today? How much thousands of dollars are they losing today? Think about it. A cold day there, coffee shops. They had to close down because of this chaos. Brought on by one man, well, 3 people. Tim Walz, Ayan Omar, and Jacob Fry. Those 3 people are causing mass destruction. Not Trump, not the ICE agents, right? The ICE agents want to go eat. They want to support small business. They're not there to hurt anybody. They're not there to even take people out. they're shooting tear gas because they're coming close to them. And then they fall down and cry like a baby. Ah, look what they did. Well, you're getting close to them. You know? If you guys were an ICE agent and somebody's coming close, do you care? You're going to protect yourself. And that's what happened today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we don't know the full details. We'll have to find out more detail on this. All right, I'll read some comments here. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. You and your family. You're staying warm. What, 40-some states are affected by this storm, ice storm, snowstorm, cold temperatures. We have a lot in here saying some things about ice that are good. Hello, Stacy. If you're new to the channel, we appreciate your support. Like and subscribe. Come on board. Most recently, we're covering this ongoing chaos. Haha, that was kind of funny. I like that comment. Ice storm's coming. Love that comment. Let me write that down. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to steal that comment. Ice storm's coming. I love that. Hold on. Ice storm coming. Great comment. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. All right. What else we have? I'm going to pull out some comments that make a little sense. Thank you, Maribel, for being here and our moderator. Trump is no dictator. He's fair, taking all the illegals from the states, using all tax money. Ice storm coming. Let me read our loyal subscriber, Ozzy. That's what happens when you kick the can down the road. All hell breaks loose. Thank you, our loyal subscribers like Ozzy and Maribel and many others. Thank you, moderators. Crystal Richmond. Thank you. Mike M. and Janine and many others. Thank you so much for being here. It's unfortunately under these circumstances because I wish we can be talking about what I wanted to talk about. We'll be talking about that later on. I want to talk about what's happening with Don Lemon. We'll talk about that later on and the charges that will be against him going into the church. And I wanted to talk about what's happening in Iran. We got so much stuff going on right now. And we have a president, thank God, who can handle all this. And he will handle all this. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. Donald Trump will take care of this sooner than later. Whether it goes Insurrection Act or he literally has to bring his own people in and get these people safe. And our ICE agents safe. Not in any particular order. Safe. Human beings safe. All right. What else we have? Let's see. Melt the ice. Trump's your daddy. We got a lot of different views on this, and a lot of people just spamming, and a lot of people confused. Big Daddy Trump is coming. You know, you're not seeing this in, you're not seeing this down south, are you? No way. You will not ever see this in Staten Island, New York. Absolutely a 0% chance. You will not ever see this in South Philadelphia. No way. Or even in South Jersey. No way. You will not ever. And there's Democrats there. They will stand up. Because it's what? Common sense. They'll take charge. These people. This is nonsense what's happening. This is not taking charge. This is idiots. Come on. So this male nurse decides to come out. 9mm, fully loaded. You think he was there just to show off his weapon? You think he was there going to have some donuts and coffee? Come on, people, wake up. Now we got to get the details on this. But I'm almost positive that the ICE agent felt fear that he probably, we're going to get the details, held his gun, threatened the ICE agents, and could have killed. All right, for conversation purpose, God forbid that this fellow, the ICE agent, did not shoot. May this person rest in peace, and our prayers are with the family. And I truly mean this. But let's say he didn't take this guy out. And this guy shot an agent, and then shot another agent, and then shot people in the crowd, ricocheting off garbage cans, poles, innocent people, camera people, journalists, small business, and even agitators. Because they're human. And not all these agitators, in my opinion, 85% are paid. I don't want to see anybody lose their life. And let me say this. But what would happen if they shot 2 ICE agents and 20 innocent people and 10 people lost their life? That did not happen if you're coming in. But if it did happen, what would you hear then? What would CNN, what would the governor, Tim Walz, say then? Oh, well, what would he say? What would he say then? Anybody? See, share that. Back. Fox won't even say that. I'm telling you this. What would happen then? Because that very well could have happened. This guy was not there to have donuts and coffee and to show off his 9mm. He was there to mass destruct and hurt and injured as many people as he could. It's a terrorist at his own. Okay? He made bad judgment. Renee Good made a bad judgment. The wife, lesbian wife, did nothing. In fact, she should be in jail. If she loved her wife, she was right there. She wasn't on the phone. She would have pulled the wife out and said, "Get the hell out. Are you nuts? Come on, honey," whatever she called her. "Come on, wife. Come on, Renee. Get out. Get out of the car. You'll be arrested. We'll have our day in court. Everything will be okay." No. She was a cheerleader. Go, go, go. Fight, fight, fight. Calling out the ICE agents. Go have lunch. All these horrific names. And then the car goes and accelerates. Same thing. Same thing. If he didn't shoot Renee Good, may she rest in peace, and her poor, beautiful children are now without a mom, she would have probably took out people in that neighborhood. She probably would have hurt people in that area. Most likely shot an agent. Or excuse me, I stand corrected. Used her vehicle to take out and hurt and kill people. Same situation, folks. But you're not going to hear that from CNN. But you're hearing it from me. It's the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. You can call me delusional, anything you want to call me, but it's the truth. You know that and I know that. But most people made their minds up because they hate Trump. They hate President Trump so bad, and they don't understand why ICE agents are who they are. Welcome in, Susu. Thank you for being here. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. All my loyal subscribers and older subscribers and new subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you. Just earlier today, we welcome in 125 new subscribers. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. It's not possible without you guys subscribing, liking, sharing your thoughts for me or against me. That's your right. But thank you. And I'm looking up, and the crowd there's more people. More. Just 20 minutes ago, as I showed you, more and more people. More. Look at that. So I think, what do you guys think? Trump has no choice. He needs to bring the military in. We got to bring the military in. They need to protect ICE agents. They need to protect the people out there. And once again, if you're just coming in, another shooting that cost somebody their life. And Governor Tim Walz and Mayor Fry has showed nothing but no support. Agitating the agitators. War against government. We're at a civil war, folks. Oh, it's not called that, but I'm telling you, this is a civil war. What do you call it? This is not one day. This is not 1 week. It's not 2 weeks. This is weeks of this. So we are now officially civil war. But we're better than that. We are better than that. And I was going to say conservatives. No, I'm going to say common sense on the right and left. We're better than that. We don't need to go out and fight. We don't need to go out and bring weapons and mass destruct, right? We need to peaceful protest at parks at a certain time and get your point across. And best way to voice your opinion, well, there's two ways. The biggest way is to vote. If you are a Democrat and you have trust in your government, go out and vote. And vote. And if you lose, you call your representatives if you don't like what you see, even if you vote them in or not, and say, hey, what's your name? Probably going to get a secretary. Can I speak to the chief of staff? You'll get a call back. What can we do to resolve this? But you know the answer you're going to get. They're going to say, go out and mass destruct. It's a shame. But vote. I don't know if you call this a Democrat party, though. Can we, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, we have 353 in the chat. Is this a party? Is this a Democrat party? Or is this a cult? Or is this something we never thought we'd see? What do you think? And thank you for the donation. Did I miss a couple here? Thank you for the Laughing Disco donation. Teresa, you rock. Thank you. Thank you all for supporting this channel. Whether you support my opinion or not, thank you all for your likes and everything you do to make these broadcasts publicly. Share your view. Maybe I have it all wrong. Maybe. All right, what else we have? America is stronger and safer. John, hey, John, how are you? You know, John, things are on the right track. Things will. We got another donation coming in. High five and a fist bump. Catherine, once again, with the high five. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. You totally rock. Thank you so much. Not on notice. If I missed any of the donations that came in, I apologize, but thank you so much for all your support. It's unfortunate to, it's even hard to even show. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope we can wake up tomorrow, those who like football and watch football games and enjoy American pastime and relax and stay warm. And hopefully it'll come to a conclusion. Not that everything will be perfect. I hope that we don't have to wake up tomorrow or even go to bed tonight and hear about any more shootings or anybody bringing out weapons. I really do. Don't you? Dean Jones. Hey, first of all, hope you're doing good. God bless you and your family. Thank you for the $3 super chat. Do you think Democrats will win midterms? Dean, no. Dean, absolutely no. And I know Trump made a mistake. Dean, everybody else, Trump made a mistake for one time. I'll call him out. He came out and said that the midterms have only won only 2 times. Presidents have come back and was president, and twice. He should have been president 3 times. Have won the midterms, so he was thinking kind of negative. Well, I'm going to say this to Donald Trump. I know you're getting up there. We will, Mr. President Donald Trump, win midterms with no problem. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. People are fed up. So yes, John, thank you. I don't think the Democrats have a shot to win the midterms. I'll go a little farther, John. I don't think they'll be the president of the United States in 28. Will the party establish themselves in the next 8 years? The answer to that is probably yes. But in the immediate near future, with what's going on right now, no, they will not win midterms, because people deep down inside, because this is for, a lot of these people are just paid agitators, if I could, young people, and don't really know, but the majority of people, including their families and people around the world, in the United States, excuse me, when they go to vote, they're going to go like this. We don't really care for Trump's body language, his language. We don't really particularly care what he's doing with the terrorists. But what we do like is this, that we can go to bed knowing that our borders, nobody's coming in. These are people that have been here that we're trying to get. Do we understand this? We know that the borders, why Trump won, they're safe. We know that he took out, the second thing, he took out Iran nukes. That there alone are big. And deep down inside, people know the economy is better. It's not perfect. Not perfect. A lot of work has to be done. But with those 3 things, they will vote and vote for Republican. It's not about Republican. It's not even about Trump. It's about us. Common sense. Wake up. It's our kids and our future. So no, they have no chance. I wish Trump would come out and show a little bit of energy on that. See, it's okay to call your president out, even though I voted for him 3 times. I want energy. Positive. And here, positive eyes. We will win. Absolutely. And I'm not just saying it. We will. We will. When I say we, I'm saying all. Democrats, Republicans, gay, straight, in the middle, the independent, we will all win on midterms and 28. And for those reasons I just said. And many more reasons, but those are the 3 important that sticks in people's heads. I know a lot of Democrats and family members, they don't like Trump. They called me out. You know what they say to me? Sal? I said, yeah, I'm listening. Man, Trump is cleaned up. Nobody's coming here illegal. We don't have to worry about rapists, murderers, mental institutes. We got to worry about our own people here. And that's what they say. So that's why we'll continue to keep America safe. Although it's not safe today, but it will be, because the Insurrection Act will be signed, delivered, and taken over real soon. The National Guards have no choice. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no choice. Although people, Ice Age is losing their lives. There's no help. Fixing Biden's mess. Somebody said, a subscriber said, or who said that? The beard father. Absolutely, my friend. Fixing Biden's mess. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a more than a mess. But yes. And we're still fixing it. This very minute, we're still fixing it. I want everybody to think about this. Great comment, by the way. If Biden didn't let all these people, millions of people into the United States, guess what? We wouldn't have this today, would we? If President Biden, if you call him a president, didn't allow millions of people to come here illegal, rapists, murderers, mental institutions, poison, then this wouldn't be happening today. Right? This would not happen. And that's that. That's the truth. Would the world be perfect? No. Nothing's ever perfect. But it wouldn't be this. We wouldn't be having in my opinion, it's a civil war. "100% a civil war." And I don't like it. All right. What else we have here? Somebody says Trump is a failure. Maribel says, why do people are still with saying the Epstein files? It's clear that Trump is clear. Yeah, exactly. Because I'll tell you why, Maribel. Thank you for that comment. Great comment. Moderator Maribel. You know why, Maribel and everybody else with the Epstein files? I'll tell you why. It's the last hope. That's all they have. They have this, ICE, and Epstein. That's it. They have nothing to make America better. They don't like tariffs. Okay, I don't particularly like all the tariffs. But I have any thoughts on how to make things better? I don't. They don't. But if somebody would come out and say, hey, I'm a Democrat. I have a way to make things better. Guess what? I'm listening. I'm listening. They don't have any hope. They don't know. They're really stupid. I hate that word, but stupid, Mike. It's stupid. They're stupid. Palon, I want to welcome you in. I don't think I acknowledge you for being here. Thank you, Palon, our loyal subscriber. Hey, once again, off topic, real quick if I could. We have a major winter storm. I hope that everybody's staying safe and is home safe. A lot of ice. Lots of ice. Lots of snow. Wintry mix. Cold temperatures through the south, through the northeast. Boston by Monday is supposed to really, they might be hit the most. Yeah, we can be a meteorologist on here too. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so our prayers and thoughts for everybody in all those states. Mississippi, Kentucky, Alabama. Everywhere is cold except for Florida. Maybe 2 or 3 other states. So our prayers and thoughts were all those states. Big winter storm. Monster. Yeah, Mike. And I know a lot of people would say it's global warming and climate change, but no. Weather repeats itself. These things happened before. It is winter. It's nasty. We'll get through it. What's happening? That girl's on the intercom again. I mean, how do you hold... Oh, she's got gloves on. Wow, she is smart. She's finally got some gloves on. It's cold there in Minnesota. Can somebody look up the temperature in Minnesota on here? How cold is it in Minnesota? Ask Google. How cold is it in Minnesota? It's got to be 0, no? Wow, look at all these people, folks. More and more. Look at this. There's got to be a couple hundred people, no? A lot of people. I know I got a little reflection off the TV. A lot of people here, guys. Lots. Lots of people. Lots. John, how are you? -3. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's -3 right now in Minneapolis, somebody said. Wow. And there must be I don't know. I'm pretty bad at this. I would say about what? In that area, 300? 200 maybe? 300? I don't know. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I have a feeling that these people, Philly says minus 20. Oh, in Alaska. Woo! Minus 22 in Alaska. That's cold. That's too cold for me. I don't think I could smoke a cigar at minus 22. I've done it in minus 2 in Green Bay. I've done it. But I don't know. I was going to say is this. I think these people they'll go have lunch, and a new crowd will come in. The new paid agitators will come in, and then they'll go home and go to sleep, and the new ones will come in. Unfortunately, it's going to get worse. Mega power. Thank you. -7 in Michigan. Make a good hand warmer. Yeah, I think Ozzy, a lot of these people, if they're smart, they probably have hand warmers. And you know those things that they used to sell them. They like you shake them, and then they heat up against your gloves and. But regardless, it's nuts. Regardless, it's crazy. Now, this is where this is happening is about half a mile where the shooting was today. Half a mile or a mile. So now we had 2 shootings. What's your thoughts, folks? What do you think? Do you think ICE agents will pack it up tonight and say, we're out of here? You think they'll pack it up? Trump will say, pack it up? Yes or no? Think they'll pack it up and say, nope? What do you think? What's your thoughts? Think they'll pack it up? Think they'll wash their hands and say, hey, we're done? A lot of no's in here. I would say absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance. They're doing their job. They're going to stay. They're going to make America great again. They're going to capture these bad guys and bad women. I'm sorry, women. There's some, but mostly the bad guys, and send them back. We love you, ICE. Hey, James. Good to see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming in from. Anybody here out of the country? What do you think about this? What's happening in the United States of America? I'm going to respond. I normally don't respond to these comments, but somebody just said, America, beautiful flags behind me. By the way, you know what breaks my heart? Putting those flags upside down. But somebody just said America is a quote unquote shithole. What do you respond on here, guys? America is the greatest place on earth. Even though we're having this little bump in the road here, it's the greatest place to live. Try living in Venezuela, Cuba, Iran, in different orders. Try living in some of these other countries, folks. Have freedom. Go out, go to the gym, smoke a cigar, drink a Diet Coke, have a beer. Do what you almost like, common sense. Don't break the law, though, right? Try doing that somewhere else. You see what happens in Iran? Protesters, dead, unalive. See, I disagree on Minnesota as a shithole. I tell you why. It's not Minnesota's fault. And people ask me, why did they vote why it's windy here, guys. Why did people vote for these? Trusted Tim Walz. It's beautiful, Minnesota. It's a shame. Minnesota will be great again, and that's why Trump. I mean, come on, let's face it. It's not fair for the small business people there. It's not fair for the pizza man, the coffee shop, the donut shop, the dry cleaners. It's not fair for the residents, the people who are hardworking Americans. And I say both sides, because not all Democrats are doing this. Let's be honest, right? So it's a shame. I've never been there, but it's a shame that it's looking like a shithole, though, but it's going to stop. It will stop. Now, I might have to step away to get some more water. In fact, I will step away and get some water. I'll be right back in about a minute. So you guys be free to chat. Enjoy the flag behind me. I'll be right back. All right. So we have chaos. Wow. Every time I look up, there's more people in Minneapolis. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here, showing some love to the channel. Appreciate the likes, and subscribe if you like to. If you're just coming in, there's another shooting, a male nurse. I think his last name was Pretty. Forgot his first name. It's funny how I remember his last name. I'm not making a joke of it. But it's about 1:29 there. January 24th, 26th. And look at this, guys, real quick. I got to show you this. This is completely insane. They're actually going into I don't know what they're going. I guess going there to get warm. I'll turn the volume up. Speaking of 26th, they're on 26th Street. 26th. Wow, wow, wow. Viewer discretion advised. I got 4 feeds here. It is daylight here. A little reflection. I apologize. I'm smoking a cigar. So you can see there. Viewer discretion advised. Look, it's growing rapidly. Local time there is about 1:32, I believe, p.m. If you're new, if you're just coming in, another shooting. Unfortunately, somebody lost their life. Interfering with who had a 9mm is what we know. The facts was armed and dangerous. Pointed at a ICE agent. We don't know if it was discharged. Don't know yet. We heard from both sides. We heard from the mayor, the governor, Tim Walz, Mayor Fry. Now, J.D. Vance called him Frey. I thought his name was Fry. I don't know. But regardless, the mayor. And then we have Border Control saying another thing. So we got both sides. Trump has pretty much, he didn't sign it yet, but he's really talking about the Insurrection Act, which will bring in more military and pretty much just take over Minnesota. Not forever. By the way, it's not forever. It doesn't mean taking control of the business and operating business. Not at all. But what it does mean is protecting the ICE agents and the people that are around, the paid agitators, to keep the people safe. I think it's time. Yes or no? Is it now time to bring in an Insurrection Act and bring in military? Yes or no? Do you think it's time? Or do we sit back and wait for something else to happen? I don't know. What do you think? No? Lisa says no. Welcome in, Lisa. Arnold says yes. Welcome in, Arnold. Mike, welcome in. Richard, welcome in. Terry, welcome in. Lynn, welcome in. Welcome in all. Wes, welcome in. Welcome in all. Virgil, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Carmen, welcome in. Robert. Hello, Robert. Brian, how are you? Welcome in. Iowa, welcome in, Joshua. What's going on in Pennsylvania? Hello, Canada. Welcome in, Jason. Welcome in. The question I had, I'll ask it one more time. Shout out to Indiana. Should we sign the Insurrection Act, President Trump, and take control of Minneapolis streets? That was the question I have. Thank you for subbing. Should we go ahead before more chaos in Texas? Not in Texas, excuse me. Shout out to Texas. Sorry. Shout out to Texas. And I would have to say it's time. It's time, President Trump, to sign your Insurrection Act. Whew. I think I'm smoking too many cigars. I think it's time to sign the Insurrection Act and take fully charge or control of Minneapolis streets and to end this violence, paid agitators, rioters, protesters. I think today he just did it. So thank you for the gift, Brian. I seen that. Thank you so much. You rock. High five and a fist bump to you. Thank you, my friend. It's time for Tim and Jacob. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's come to that moment now. I think Trump was waiting and hoping and being positive that that he thought he probably lost a lot of respect from Tim Walz, but he probably was hoping and thinking that it would dissolve in the next couple of days and the agitators would just go ahead and scream and yell because it was dying down. Part of it is because it was very cold, and then this erupted today. Well, what erupted today was an ICE agent felt to defend himself and shot somebody, and they lost their life. And I think Trump has probably said, that's it. Now, real quickly, I said after the church, they went into a church, Don Lemon and some others, Black Lives Matter, and what was that guy's name? what was that guy's name? William Kelly. William Kelly. They've been arrested and charged violations of the Civil Rights Act. And I thought then, a lot of you have been subscribing to me, I said that was enough for me. Because they went into our church and nobody got hurt, but the people got disrupted. They were praying. People go to church for hope. People go to church because it's a routine to feel better. And they went into a church. In fact, one time, even CNN said that draws the line. But then again, CNN don't like Don Lemon. Three of them were arrested. Many more are coming. And Don Lemon did not escape. The only reason he has not been arrested is because of a judge who blocked the prosecution, who's married or knows of a family member of Don Lemon, is what I'm hearing. And Don Lemon will get charged. And what he did was not good judgment. I don't wish harm on Don Lemon, but he did not use good judgment. He went into a church and interrupt the pastor and the people there for worshiping. Whether you believe in God or not, you don't go into church. That's it. It's a crime. And said white supremacists, Nazis, a Republican church. Since when you had a Republican church or a Democrat church? I thought all people go into church to worship, and have coffee later and shake hands and get you through another week. But you go into church. I thought then that Trump would have signed the Insurrection Act, but he did not. He was hoping that it would be better, and it's not. So it's time. Otherwise, later on tonight, it's going to be much worse. And these freezing temperatures. Now they're saying it's -8. Somebody said -2 earlier. Thank you. Now it's -8. So temperatures are dropping. Apologize for the noise, but I am outside where I enjoy my ice cigar. It's my pleasure to bring in this broadcast under these circumstances, but I have hope. Do you have hope? Do you guys have hope? I have hope. I have hope for what? America to resolve this. And we have a great president. Flag behind me. He's not going to put up with any more. I have hope and I have trust in President Trump. He's not perfect, but I have trust and hope that this will end sooner than later. I sure hope so. Amen. Absolutely. Amen. Amen. This is not America. What would our fathers, our mothers, our grandfathers, our grandmoms, our great-grandparents would say right now? Those who are Democrats or Republicans. What would they be saying right now? If they can look down, I'm going to say it because it's my belief. Because I believe in God, and I don't judge if you don't. Because remember, Kamala wanted to take that right away, too. They're probably looking down and saying, what a disgrace, what happened? Is that America that we were once living? Is this the way to go, folks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And for those who are stopping and saying hi, like I think Amy, hello, Amy. Good to see you. Thank you for letting us know you're on here. Never be shy. Come on and voice your comment. It's not about agreeing with me or disagreeing. It's common sense, folks. That's all it is. It's not even about standing behind the president, but respect the Constitution. Respect. That's all. How many on here did not vote for Barack Obama? How many did not vote for him? But respect the president. Hoping for better days, but he was the president. He was the president, Barack Obama. Even though, in my view, he's the worst president ever. And a lot of these are going, what is he smoking other than a cigar? He controlled our nation with Biden. So he's the worst president ever. He was the president. You know, captured bin Laden. I applaud. I applaud. He was the president. People said bad things about him, racial things about him. I said, no. That draws the line. Well, we don't like him. That's fine. He's the president. What happened to that? President Trump is the president of the United States. And he's doing a great job. And he's not perfect, but he's the president. I stood up when people called Barack Obama bad names that I would never say. I said, hey, stop it. And they looked at me, oh, now are you a liberal? No. He's the president. Vote him out. Vote him out. Trump won. That's what you do. All right. Now, somebody said Trump is garbage. I think the person's name was Cat. I love cats. Anybody, I'm not going to just pick on that person. How is Trump garbage? Explain to me what garbage is. Oh, I know what garbage. Explain to me how he's garbage. Oh, let me beat you to it. Oh, because of his language, his body language? Because he is for every American that we've been wanting to say for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years? We had some good presidents. Clinton in our lifetime. Ronald Reagan. Old man Bush. I can go back. Eisenhower. Winston Churchill. But this is a president who's got our mouth. Fighting for America. How's that garbage? Is he perfect? No. But garbage? Come on. All right, let me continue. Speaking of ice, there's a lot of ice going on right now in the States. Please, everybody, I'm not joking. Please, be safe. Don't go out and drive. Black ice is dangerous. Black ice is dangerous. Stay home. Watch lives. Watch this live. Watch your favorite YouTube live. Watch sports, whatever. Stay home. Don't drive. Take it serious. Trust the meteorologist. Very dangerous storm. It's going to be around, and then it's going to go away, and then it's going to come back. A lot of people say, oh, it's climate change. No, weather repeats itself. It's winter. You're going to have a couple of seasons where you don't have a lot of snow, and a couple of times you're going to have a lot of snow. It happens. Mother Nature. Let's continue. Be safe. Snow is one thing, but ice that you can't see, black ice, they say, is very dangerous. I slid on it once. No joke. All right. Definitely be safe. And there's a lot of great YouTubers out there, I forget their names, that I watch. Give them a like. Show them some love. They're out there in their vehicle, showing the snow and the ice. It's nice to watch, but I don't want to be in it. So support them. Who are there's so many of them out there that do a great job. But back to the ice here. Well, not here in Vegas, but in Minneapolis, the ICE agents. We got to protect them. Protect our brothers and sisters. Protect those Democrats that are ICE agents, Republicans. Protect the African-American women. Protect those Latinos and those Caucasian men of all ages, risking their life. They sign up to be. Oh, CNN doesn't tell you that. They're all Caucasians. They're all dictators. They're all one kind. No, get the hell out of here. They're all mixed up. You know what they're on the same page? To protect each one. Law enforcement. That's what it should be. They put their politics aside. You know who's not doing that? The chief of police in Minneapolis. That piece of shit. If you're watching my channel, put your badge and retire early. You disappoint America and Minneapolis. You put your political belief behind a mayor, Jacob Fried, and Governor Tim Walz. You don't have enough balls on you to go against them on this? I'm not saying become a Republican, but do what your job is told. Protect the ICE agents. That man, I forget his name. Somebody wants to look him up if you care. Chief of police in Minneapolis. He's made it clear he's one of these radical. He's an agitator, and he's the chief of police? Come on. There's plenty other chief of police that are Democrats, and on their defense, I don't agree what they say, but I don't see them coming out and supporting this. They're supporting crime. I thought when you're law and order, you don't support crime. I thought if you were a chief of police, your job is to arrest a white, a black, a Hispanic, a gay, transgender, Italian, on and on, Democrat or Republican, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Or you're supposed to come out publicly in a press conference an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago, or an hour and a half ago to be exact, and say, hey, this was, he's voicing his opinion. It was wrong. The guy had a few traffic tickets. Instead of getting the details first, his job was to come on and say, hey, it's sad what happened. We had a shooting. We will investigate. And that's it. Not to go ahead and make it political. And that piece of shit, I'm going to call him a piece of shit. He should resign. But he's the chief of police in Minneapolis. I keep saying he. I forget his name. It doesn't even matter. Oh, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Red Rum? Redmond? Is that his name? Redmond, maybe? We love ICE. With the hearts. Thank you. Thank you for putting that in there. How many people love ICE? Huh? We love ICE agents. We don't love the ICE on the streets. Let me be careful. We don't like the ICE on the streets. But we love federal ICE agents. Yes? Yes? Yes. Yes, we do. We love federal ICE agents. Now, do we have agents that are a little shaky? Maybe disturb, maybe get through? Do we have a few police people get through the system? Do we have a few bad doctors? A few bad bartenders? A few bad this and that? And the answer to that is yes, sure we do. But for most part, they're doing their job. And that's that. Very few. Very few. Very few bad ones. Wow. More people. More and more. All right. I'll read a few more comments here. Thank you for the hearts. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate it. Hey, David, thank you. Let me just take a time to acknowledge a donation and some love and support on this channel. Let me give a little heart back because I like to do that. A little laughing disco. Hey, David Gibson, thank you so much. You rock, man. Thank you, David. I appreciate you and your support. Thank you so much for all you supporting. All right. Janine, thank you so much. You beat me to it. Janine, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Wow, I'm overwhelmed. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's not unnoticed. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Janine, thank you for that timeout. You beat me to it by a half a second. I very seldom time anybody out, Janine. You know that. I let the moderators use your judgment, but it was kind of getting on my nerves. So thank you, Janine, Mike, Maribel, Crystal, Isabel. Shout out to all our moderators and those who are unable to make it for health problems like Lemon J and others. We wish you well. Got to have moderators. All right. Let's see what else we got here. You know, it's one thing putting a comment in once, FIs, maybe a second time. I get it. Your mind's made up. But when you put it in like spam over and over, I think most people seen it. So you need to look yourself in the mirror, and that's enough, you know? I get it once. I get it twice. I understand. I mean it. But over and over? Come on. Come on. You need to look yourself in the mirror and think about what you're really saying. I get it. You're frustrated. I get it. You're uneducated. I get it. You don't know history. I also get it. You're brainwashed. I understand. I see it. I feel for you. But over and over and over? No. It's unfortunate. And it's not even about agreeing or disagreeing. It's just enough's enough. All right. Let's see here. Well, I'm getting a call from a representative. Wow. So I have a representative, a Democrat, who's probably watching this live. I turned down his call. All right, let's continue. I turned down his call. He can go F himself. He can go F himself. Yeah, I get people here, and let me just acknowledge a Laughing Disco. Kush, hi. DUI. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. You rock. Yeah, I got some of these representatives I work with. We fight homelessness here in Las Vegas. I'm feeling a lot of heat. A lot of people are not on my side. It's not about Republican, Democrat. They just feel that helping homeless people is not the right thing to do. A majority are Democrats. Hate to say it. A few Republicans. And I have a feeling that one person was calling me up to give me some shit because he's probably been on here saying some shit and I didn't respond. So, there's so many veterans and people that are on the streets of California, Las Vegas and Oregon and Chicago and Philly and many states that are suffering. And we have this. When people are suffering, won't we put all our power? Real quick, if I could. I probably should have said this when we had a larger crowd, but I will say it now. Why don't we use all our energy, all our love, whatever we have to help out? And I don't mean on here, but in general, in your neck of the woods, your own judgment. Won't we help them out with blankets, food, and love, conversations? Won't we, the people and the government officials on both sides, stop this nonsense and help out American people? Get them into shelters. Help them out with doctors and physicians, psychiatrists, nutritionists. Did I say that? And get them a better life. Those who want it. Won't we do that? Why are we doing this? Destroying Minneapolis and people losing their lives and attacking ICE agents. What happened to that? What happened to that? Why do we have a civil war right now? I'm saying it. They're not going to say it. It is. And it's caused by the governor, mayor, and congresswoman, Ilhan Omar. I don't know how to say her name. Ilhan, whatever her name is. Send them back to East Africa. Let them go butt naked. Let them go fraud over there. I don't want fraud here. Veterans, the men and women who fought for this beautiful country so we can even go live and have dinner and have fun with our kids and our grandkids and have pets and freedom. Why don't we help them out? They're Democrats. They're Republicans. They're humans. Why don't we help them out? Isn't that common sense? Or is this common sense to fight among each other and not know what the hell's going on just to get paid and take out ICE agents and ambush ICE agents and make them have to counterattack, and then people lose their life, unfortunately? Think about that, folks. Let's wake up. It's not about fighting, resolving. Let ICE do their work. Let them do their work. They're not taking little kids and they're taking these. Just because they have kids doesn't make them good. Like that 5-year-old boy, it's not his fault. But if the mom and dad are here and they're on a want list for doing a crime, what do? Oh, well, sorry, they have kids. No, you take their kids, get them in a safe environment, feed them, investigate. In this case, the mom was okay, I believe, and the mom didn't even care. She was worried about her husband. Don't you worry about your kids, and then, I don't know. Isn't that common sense? But what do I know? I don't know what the hell I know. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. This world's so upside down. Thank God we have President Trump. But that's what people think. They think they're out to get these innocent kids. Not the truth. Not the truth. CNN will say, target on kids, murder, taking nice people out. No. Get rid of the bad guys. And bad women, whoever they might be. And if there's an American citizen who's living here, who I thought loved America, who's interfering with ICE, then they need to be stopped. And I'm not encouraging violence or saying they should lose their life, but we need to protect other people from losing their lives. And that's it in a nutshell. All right, now, finally, I'm seeing less. No, I was going to say I've seen less people. I don't. I thought I'd seen a video of less people, but they were showing another angle. Now they're still out there. They're still there. I mean, I was going to say it looks like it's less people, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. It will continue, unfortunately. That's a great point, Ozzy. I seen that. Interesting point. You're right. All right. We're going to read a few more comments, guys, and then we're going to take a break. Take a break. We'll be covering this ongoing chaos, riots, agitators later on. I'm hoping for the best. Tyler, welcome in. Thank you for your comment, and your opinion is respected. Looks like somebody just called me a racist idiot. Once again, thank you for the disco ball. Appreciate that donation. Thank you so much. Give you a little heart and love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the disco balls. Disco balls. Thank you. All right. Oh, thank you, Janine. Couldn't do it without you, Janine, and Mike, and Maribel, and Crystal, and many others. Trust me. Cannot acknowledge. All right. All right. Well, Kevin, that's your opinion. We got the best mods on the planet. With that said, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. God bless. Well, first of all, God bless President Trump. God bless you and your family. Stay warm. Stay safe. Don't go on ice. Don't interfere with ICE agents. Don't go on ice, black ice, roads through our states that are getting hammered by these terrible storms. Be safe. Stay warm. Watch YouTube. Support our live. We'll keep all notifications on. We'll see you on the next live. I got to take a little break. And we'll be back at some point later on. We'll see what develops. We'll see what President Trump actually does with the Insurrection Act. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay out of that mess. I'm out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Much love. God bless. I'll see you on the next. Thank you.